Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Actually, I'm so excited right now because it's a dream of every college to have their own podcast. And we being in our very first year of our journey, we are starting our first podcast. And this is episode number 1 with the one and only guest, Sir Karna Belagere.
You spent it right, almost.
Thank you. Okay. So, firstly, I want to ask you, how do you feel right now? Are you feeling excited or nervous? Like, I'm feeling nervous. So, how do you feel?
I feel very excited and glad to be here, especially doing this podcast. I'll tell you why. I have been in this world of school and schooling and business. Always had a thought of getting into podcasts, doing a podcast, and getting to understand what it takes and how to get all this together. Now I'm experiencing it firsthand, so thanks to all of you to invite me here and be a part of the first podcast of the college.
Yeah, we are so with immense pleasure. We welcome you for our family, S-Vyasa Family First Podcast. So, very firstly, I want you to introduce yourself to our audience. Like, you introduce in a brief, to them all.
Of course. I think all of you have heard my name. Kind of complicated, long name. Aditya Karna. Ravi Belagere is my full name. In fact, that's how it is in my passport. And when I went to write my CET, firstly I didn't know much of what to encounter in the question paper. And then the first problem I faced was how to put all my alphabets of my name in the columns, the boxes they have been assigned for, because there were lesser columns, boxes than my name alphabets. So that was my very funny encounter with my name being so big. But then letting you all know who I am or what I do. I started my entire career in education after a master's in education. I came back to Bangalore in 2009. Then immediately got into school work, which my dad had built, the school Prarthana, which he's now 23-year-old. That time it was, I think, 7 or 8 years old. Yeah, and then I came here. The very first day I was made to work until 8:30 in the evening. I was always thinking, it's our own school, my own life, my own dad who has set it up. It should be an easy, breezy, amazing time. My first day itself broke all the misconceptions. My dad told me, morning 7:30 you have to be here. I wondered, 7:30? And why should I come at 7:30? I asked him, why should I come at 7:30? You know what he told me? All the school buses will leave campus at 7:30. And you, being the head, has to go through and look at all the buses. If the driver is in the right form, right condition, wearing the uniform, if there is a helper in the bus and all the kids have sat down, and then the whole process of it. I thought for myself, what did I get into? Being the age of what you all are now, in the 20s, I wondered, why am I here? What am I doing? And what a situation have I got into now? I can't say I'll not come. So I was a very carefree, very happy-go-lucky, you can say. I still am happy and I am still lucky in many ways, but I was in a big dilemma back then to understand how and why am I supposed to do this work. And I was a very shy, introverted, kind of not to be seen, don't want to be seen in the limelight kind of a person. But then thrown into an audience of 5,000 children, 200 teachers, really made me very nervous. The first few, I think, couple of years was a time where I felt, why this event has come? Why should I go and do all this? Why should I address whatever people, students, But then after couple of years at least, I started to understand the big opportunity it carries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that powerful people doesn't like show their impress and intimate their talent by talking less,
Yeah.
right? So you're kind of person like you were introvert, like shy,
Yeah.
but you have started. Your dad has started school,
Yeah.
and adding to it, I want to ask about the relationship that you shared with your dad, like your dad Ravi Belagere sir.
Yeah.
So he was like very courageous, very fearless, and I just want to know your bond with your father. Like, was he like so strict, like so stubborn, like do this, do that, or he was just calm, chill, or cool dad like that? I just want to know that.
I think he was all in one.
Okay.
But I would never say he was strict. He was the best friend of mine.
Okay.
He was my guide, my guru, my help, my support, my inspiration. We have shared such amazing moments in time, just me and him, where we have conversed on life, on my personal front, how I'm doing in life, what I'm doing in life, and we have shared such nice, easy moments where it doesn't feel that, oh, I'm talking to my father, so I have to be in certain way, or oh, this is my son, so I have to, be very strict and firm and not be as a friend to him. He never did that. He was a very democratic father, always ready to hear anything we have been going through, and he used to give suggestions on it. He used to experience and tell his experiences.
Okay.
So after the initial couple of years where I felt I am not really making full impact here, it was him who used to always sit with me and not guide me or philosophy through his words and things, where he used to tell me a few things, but just by being there and saying, you can do this, giving me that confidence and saying you are capable and you can do it, inspired me to really look at my whole life and literally make a turnaround and be who I am today. I think all the appreciation and gratitude goes out to him.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you share any funny incident or inspirational incident with your dad? Like something.
I think I always have told so many that firstly he named me Adityodaya Karna with so much of love and hope that I will be so. And he used to tell me, love, Karna Desiree. I named you Karna, but you don't even give 5 rupees. So that was one thing, and also he used to always call me and tell me, what time did you wake up today? Where are you? And he used to fight with me sometimes. Even request me sometimes to say, you are Karna, not Kumbhakarna. Right? And very funny incident goes back when I was a child. I think all of you know how powerful he was as a person, and he was very straightforward and never took any second thoughts to voice his opinion, which was what he believed. At the same time, he was angry also. He was a very angry man in sense. He wanted the things to be happening in the right way. He was not used to get angry. I was a small kid then. And then I had seen a movie, I guess, and in that movie there is a scene where somebody will say, bomb Bhakti. So I used to go meet family and anybody in my house, and then they used to tell me something. I used to say, bomb Bhakti. They used to say, beta, no, sorry. So one day my dad called me, hey, Karna, come here. I went. And he was very angry. I didn't realize. I said, bomb Bhakti. He's like, Magane, nange bomb Bhakti. He gave me one, I flew and fell inside one bucket. Avatinda, there is no bomb, there is no patakas. So, but then, even though he was angry, he was upset and he used to shout and say, you can't do this, you are somebody who don't deserve all this and all that. There was this heart of his, the heart which was very tender, very loving, very caring. unconditionally used to show and shower his love. That's when I understood the beauty of this life is not in just by being in certain way and being strict or being something, but it's about sharing your genuine love with the other is the most important thing every father, every human being should have. Having love in his heart and showering that love and showing that love to the ones that yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, while I'm talking to you, I am like feeling that you are so much into literature. Like you uses so beautiful phrases. So I like you are in literature. Like you love literature. So have you ever contributed anything in literature?
Zero. I actually am not into literature so much, and the thing is, literature itself is something which is so vast. I'm of course influenced by many people's work, including my dad. I have read many of his work, books, and of course I've understood there's so much beauty and variety and excitement in life through literature. And I have not contributed by writing few things. I think it's high time I start doing it now.
Yeah.
yeah. I think I take this as an inspiration from being present here, that I should explore this genetic lineage maybe which has come to me. My dad was a great orator, I'm sure you were aware. At the same time, of course, he was a legendary writer too. So somewhere I feel that gene would have passed through, and why not explore it? Thank you for this question. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you should write. We will definitely would love to read it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I just want to take it more casual.
Yeah,
I want
should be.
to I want to play a quick game with you. So it's a kind of rapid fire. Okay. So I will be asking a few set of questions,
Yeah.
and you just have to answer it in one word. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Yeah.
Maybe.
So, okay, so very first question. Whom do you call when you are in trouble at 3 a.m.? Like, who is the first person?
Depends on what the trouble is. 3 a.m. troubles we all know. I have a best friend. His name is Rakesh Adiga. I call him.
Okay. Second question. Do you prefer books or movies?
Difficult choice to make. Both can go wrong at times. Books.
Books. Do you want to suggest any books to this audience?
Of course, there's a few favorite books of mine, especially the one which I think the session which I had earlier. The whole book is there's a book about the whole routine which I spoke. It is called Miracle Morning. I would suggest everybody to read this book, literally understand more of what I was talking about, because it has influenced many and including me. There are a few other non-fiction books which I'm very fond of these days. I used to read a lot of fiction before. Now I think maybe last 4 or 5 years I've been reading non-fiction, maybe self-help books, books on business. There's one book called Untethered Soul. It's called The Untethered Soul. It's by this author called Michael Singer. So I'll just give you a brief gist of what the book is about. I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you realize or do you agree with me that there is a voice inside your head which always keeps talking to you? A personal voice within your head which always criticizes, maybe sometimes judges you, sometimes gives opinion on the people. Even right now when we are having this conversation, this voice is active. It says, am I doing the right thing? Are you sitting the right way? Are you asking the right questions? Or what do I do next? Oh, he's reacting like this. That voice is always active.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Even right now, I think any of us sitting here can just make that voice say hello within your head. Just try it, okay? Ask that voice to say hello 3 times. It says right, and you can make it say anything you want. That voice responds. Now we all live this life, and this whole experience of life thinking we are the voice. The voice will tell, I hate this person. The voice is saying so. And then we will believe it so and we will do those things. Somebody will walk, maybe you've gone out for a walk and you will find your friend or a neighbor. And then this voice will say, oh, this person is coming. Yesterday she didn't respond to me, I'll not look at her. And then what we do? We don't look at her.
Yeah.
And then it says, oh, this person didn't even recognize me. Why should I recognize her now? And then naturally what we do? We don't. And we do exactly those things which the voice is telling inside. Sometimes it says good things, most of the time it is unwanted,
Exactly.
unrealistic, illusionary self-talk. And through this self-talk, we have been conditioned to live life on that basis. So naturally, we are living a life of complete illusion. You are not that voice. Are you that voice?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right? So he says, let us explore it. And this book is all about that. And I suggest everybody to read this book because it is such an eye-opener. Really, it opens up to the possibility to understand I am the witness to this voice. I am not the voice. And who is this witness? The real you is the witness. And now if I am able to make that space and then do my things on my own, being the witness, then the voice will die. It will quieten. Then many magical things can happen. So, yeah, these are the few books. And of course my dad's work. How I cannot remember his work because few books of his, especially this book called Heli Hogu Karna, which he wrote. I think in the 90s he wrote this book. It's a triangle love story. I'm sure everybody would be more interested now. It's a triangle love story he wrote and it's magical. It's so exciting, entertaining. It has everything. It has love, it has failure, it has disappointment, it has success. All in all, a full blend of all the life emotions. Yeah, Heli Hogu Karna is my favorite of my dad's work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question, it's what is your favorite dish?
So I think I'm a big foodie. I enjoy food so much. It's literally. Amma kalsiro mosranninda hididu. The best of the best biryanis I love. But it really also depends on what I crave for that day. But homemade food is my best food. Anything made at home.
Food by mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food by mom is my best.
Yeah. So moving to the next question, are you a morning person or a night person?
If you had asked me this question 10 years back, I would have raised both my hands, maybe my legs also for the night owl, because I have enjoyed life by being awake in the night. I both have its own things, but definitely now I can say I'm a morning person. But I love to just unwind and then not do anything also at times. But now I'm a morning person.
Morning person. You
Yeah.
have to just complete everything by evening. That's it.
Yeah, it's not that I have to complete everything by evening, but I literally enjoy the morning sun. I enjoy the morning vibe. There's so much of pleasantness, calmness, and just there is you. The night is becoming busier and busier, so you don't get to be yourself. So morning is the best time to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last question, what is your favorite song?
It keeps changing in seasons.
Presently.
Presently. Which language do you want?
Anything. Kannada, English, Hindi.
I listen to mostly Kannada and Hindi. Mostly. Recent. Good question. So I'm a big fan of old Hindi music.
Okay.
I enjoy Kishore Kumar, Mohammed Rafi, At the same time, I enjoy Sonu Nigam, Arjit Singh. So there's a nice blend, and I'm a big music lover. I love music. In fact, I have sung a song and it's on YouTube.
Okay, moving on to that question. Like, can you say the favorite song?
Yeah, of course I will. You want me to sing it?
No, I want you to sing. I know that you are a great singer.
Oh, no, just a bathroom singer, I guess.
No, okay. I know you are a very great singer, and I want you to sing a few lines for us.
Yeah. Give me one.
Yeah, sure.
Not a minute, but a moment. Yeah. Oh, you give me a song, I'll sing that song.
No, you take your time. Just.
Yeah. So there's this Karna song, off late I heard it, which has really stuck to me. It's called Nana Mele Nanagiga Anumana Shuruvagide. I think it's a pretty popular song. Sonu Nigam sung it. I don't know how it will sound.
You are a great singer.
Yeah, so it goes like this. Nanu mele nanagiga anumana shuruvagide ಬಡಪಾಯಿ ಎದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೊಲವೀಗ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಸನ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಬಾಕೀಗ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುವ ಮುನ್ಸೂಚನೆ ಎತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಸುಳಿದಾಡಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೀಗ ಅನುಮಾನ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ.
Wow, sir, it's fantastic. Like I was so deep into that song. Okay.
ಅನುಮಾನ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ. Only then we'll figure it out.
Okay. So, sir, that's all the game session.
Yeah.
You come to an end.
Yeah, I hope I did well and
Yeah, you did a great job. Okay. So, moving on, Prarthana School.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Prarthana School, like, why Prarthana? The name, why Prarthana?
Yeah, so the whole idea and belief of my dad was when he started High Bangalore, which started becoming very successful and started making money. He had a thought as to how to make use of this money. Not for personal gain, but how can I give it back to the society, what I did. Then he had a couple of ideas where he wanted to start a hospital. Sometimes he thought, I'll do a wedding hall, a chowdhury, where he had this very interesting idea where he said, 3 floors I will build. First ground floor I'll give it for free for those who can't afford it. Second floor will be for those maybe this economical middle class, but everything will be the same thing. Third floor, the richest of the rich will get it. And then after that, he was convinced with that idea a bit, but suddenly he realized, I think education is something which is most needed and the most interesting, most inspiring thing to do. So he started Prarthana. And I remember one more incident inspired him to do it so well, because I was there in that part of that incident. He took me to few schools for my admission after my 7th. And then we went to one school. They didn't even open the gates. They didn't literally open the gates for us. You know why? They believed we don't belong to certain class. We don't have the status. They denied entrance to that school, and being my father, being who he was very, very, very upset with it, and he was already one kind of a fire had ignited. He was kind of very angry then with this fact, but he took me to another school. There we sat and they asked, give your caste certificate. Then they said, I don't believe this marks card is true. I literally remember we were sitting here and the other person from the school was there and he stood up there. Literally stood up. I felt there's this lion waking up. He stood up and you know what he wrote? He said, even the Shala Nadastira, I will start a school which will have zero donation, a school which will not ask your caste, school which is welcome to everybody, and he started Karna. That was, I saw that fire within him and I was so inspired. Even now, see, I have goosebumps on me because it's so inspiring that one incident,
It's crazy.
something which is so negative. What we all feel something bad happens to us, we experience criticism, we experience negativity, we experience failure, and then we give up. We say, oh, that person did this to me, this thing happened to me, if not, I would have been so much better, and we hold grudges. We do so many things which is not the right thing to do. But this example, this incident showed me a challenge, a negative emotion or an incident can trigger a positive outcome. And that is such an amazing thing to witness and to make ourselves in alignment with the fact that any negative thing can also be transformed to something positive. And then he started Karna and then rest is history. It's been 23 years now. Continuously doing the work which we had intended to do. In fact, Nanna teachers, the ones who taught me in my primary school, are my principals in my school. So it's when you said welcome to our family, I always think of my family as my Prarthana family. We call ourselves Prarthana Kutumba. We are around 400 members now, where everybody is seen as a family. And it's such an amazing feeling and an emotion to carry, especially in a workspace. In any of institutions we are in. If we see each other as family, there will be so much we learn from each other. There will be so much we support for each other. And that's how Karna grew from 300 numbers from first year to 7,000 plus students. And everybody who's there has paid zero donation. There is no over, under, hidden charges. And there is nothing, even there was not a caste column also in our admission forms. Because humans are humans, we are not from any caste or religion. And that's when this whole thing grew so much. And it inspired me to be who I am today. The journey of Prarthana has given me so much. It has made me realize my own nature, how I can transform my life, and so many things. Yeah.
Why that name Prarthana?
I answered everything else, but not your question. So Prarthana itself is what does it mean? It means prayer, right? So naturally, school is not just one institution or an entity. School, college is all nothing but a technical. And what do we do in it? We pray. So naturally, a school having a name of Prarthana will consciously, subconsciously get you to a state of prayer, of meditation, of being there with humbleness and receptivity. So, Prarthane ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ intentionally Prarthana is named.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Moving on. Like,
Who is your inspiration? It's unknown.
I am my biggest inspiration, really. Somebody asked me recently when they visited my new campus, just few days back, how you did all this? Inta Samrajya you have built an empire here. Who is your guru? Who do you ask for? Who do you take suggestion? Of course, my dad has been my guru and my mother. But to very deeply answer the question, I am my guru. I am my Sadguru because there can be nobody else who can be an inspiration to yourself than yourself. You know yourself better than anybody in this world. Can there be any person who knows better than who you are than yourself?
No.
It cannot be your parents, it cannot be your teachers, it cannot be your friend, it can only be you. So, when I look at myself, when I question myself, that is why I say spending time with yourself is so important, it's so crucial. The more you could sit with yourself and ask yourself, whatever the doubts is, whatever the clarity you require, there is an answer. The voice is not from the head, the voice is from the heart. And the divine resides in your heart. The divine is nothing but the real you. We all are these divine beings. I think it's forgotten and rusted and dusted. But the more we can question ourselves, the voice, the real you answers back to you. And you become more and more of that voice. Naturally, you will be so much more clear in life. You will have your vision set. You will understand where you are going wrong. So, being my own guru has been so beneficial. Yeah.
Like, how can I identify myself? Like, what should I do?
So, the more we remove all that which is not you, the more if you are able to let go of all that which is not you, which you have gathered over all these years, the more you will arrive at one point where it is you. So, for example, you have certain beliefs, right? You believe certain way of life is correct. This is the right party. This is the right ideology. This is the right person. This is the right guru. But why don't we let go of all this? Because you want to find yourself, right? You want to meet yourself. Now, how you can meet yourself when you have all these so many things, attachments and so many things? So, I suggest, it's not that I am suggesting, it is suggested by, generations of ancient philosophies and literature, that just let it go. Let go of all that which is not. Let go of your attachments, let go of your ideology, let go of your belief systems, let go of your caste, let go of your religion, let it go. What remains is you. And what remains, to find that out, you have to do this. There's no other way. So, the best and simplest way is to let go.
Let go.
Yeah. Letting it go has so many benefits that you will get out of it.
Okay.
So,
The next question.
what
What
is
is
success
for you?
So, even in the schools I run, this whole notion of you have to be successful, you have to be the best is not what I want to believe in. I don't want anybody to become so successful and so much of perfectionism. It should not be. The moment we say success, there is something which is stressful. Oh, I have to do this, I have to be successful, I have to get myself out there. But why does it have to be? We are not born on this planet, in this life, to be successful. No, it's not. It's an illusion. It's an illusion that we have prepared ourselves that I have to be successful in my life. To be true success is nothing but if you are able to be out there, if you are able to believe in yourself, no matter how many times you have failed, if you are able to stand up for yourself and say, I am this, I know what to do, I know what I am doing. If you are able to stand up for yourself and not doubt and let go of your real identity, your real self, then that is success. It's not about being able to sing world class like Shreya Ghoshal, Sonu Nigam, whoever it is, but it is being able to sing. Not being fearful or not being scared, but being able to sing or being able to speak or being able to just be. If you are able to be yourself, that is successful. Yeah, that's how I really define success.
This session was so good. I got so much insightful things from you. I want to.
Sorry, but I would like to say one more thing. When I said being yourself or not going for some goal or achieving something is not success, that doesn't mean you don't do anything and just say I am happy and I'm just being myself and this is success to me. No, that's something really, really very tricky, but at the same time you should understand this. Why I'm saying this is because I think we didn't speak anything about my new campus, my school. I want to share this because this is the right age for anybody to have a goal. And the more you marinate with this goal, the more success, the more fame, the more money will come in it. This big saying, wonderful, powerful statement made by my father. He says, ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೊರಡಬೇಡ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೊರಡು. If you run behind money, nothing will happen. You will just run behind money, maybe you will make money. But if you run behind work, if you run behind goal, then money, success, fame, name, appreciation, everything will run behind you. So the whole vision and the perception should shift a bit. So naturally for me also, when I worked in Prarthana for say 10-12 years, later I had a vision, I had a dream. This work is happening, so much of good work is happening, the society is getting benefited, meaningful. But how I can take it, a notch ahead, how I can make myself be available out there and create this inspiration and impact. That's when Prarthana.in word school is born. So you might be wondering, what is .in? It's not a website. We all, I think, discussed a few things in the session earlier, where I say pause, silence is so important. So in the school name, I wanted to bring in the aspect of pausing, of silence. How you have S-Vyasa, from NASA to Vyasa, right? It's so powerful, it's so amazing, it's so needed. Similarly, I wanted to bring in dot is nothing but a pause. We have to pause. We have to pause in our lives every day and every now and then to gather ourselves back and hold ourselves together. That's so powerful of a thing which happens when we are together in our own self. So in is nothing but inside. What happens within is something which is so important. So having a conscious attempt to bring pause and to look within is the whole idea of Prarthana. I don't want to do a schooling or an institution where it's just about learning, understanding, knowledge sharing. Fine, it is also a part of the school system, but we should support, we should look within because the potential is always within. The whole philosophy and idea of Prarthana is to bring in the awareness back to a human being about our culture, about our great Indian culture, which has so much to offer. I think we all are sitting in an institution which is the foundation of all this, right? Bringing in yoga, bringing in meditation, bringing in culture, at the same time bringing in all that methods and modern principles which is applicable to this generation, and bringing in a sense of freedom. That was the whole inspiration behind Prarthana.in World School. I suggest and urge everybody here listening to, watching this, the potential is within you. The power to bring anything to life is within you. It can be a small institution, it can be a small business, it can be anything. But the potential is within you, the idea is within you. All you have to do is put it out there. And how you can put it out there? By being it every day, by being it every moment, by believing that you are. Otherwise, if you sit one day and get full inspired and then forget it, walk that life of say 1 week, 10 days, and then again, oh no, I have to do this. It will take you lifetimes to do it, right? If you have to study, if you have to write a book, and if you write one line a day, you will finish that book after some days or weeks or months. But if you write one alphabet a week, it will take you maybe a lifetime to finish one. So being there consistently and believing in that and working on that, understand how it is, understand how other businesses of similar things are doing it. It can, this whole bouquet of wonderful flower which I think one of the girls, I forgot her name, such a creative idea, right? Initially I really thought this is a real flower. Now my value on it has grown double or maybe triple because it is handmade and because it is so creatively thoughtful. Similarly, we can have so many things in life, right? And there is no end to an idea. And I think we need to get inspired by each other, inspire each other, appreciate the other who has inspired you and given you so many to experience in life. And that is when a real business becomes successful, it becomes meaningful also. So Prarthana World School is our baby. When I say our, it's me and my wife. Both have given so much care and given birth to this. And I'm sure experiences like this will add more meaning and inspiration in my personal self to do more of this work. Yeah.
So do you want to do, like, what is the next aim that you want to do next?
Good question. So, pursuing my life in all the direction which it is taking me is itself is my aim. I don't have a goal, I don't have an aim as such, but I am just open for possibilities. I am very receptive to what is happening in my life. I believe I am sitting here because I have been open and receptive. Otherwise, I would have maybe found so many valid reasons to not to be here. But being open and receptive is my aim in life, you can call it. Because the more you're open and able to receive and not judge, then life will just keep giving you. We all are here to literally give our gifts to our lives. And when you're open and receive it without judging it, this is good, this is bad, this is unwanted, I don't want this, then it will give you the best of the best fruits. So I am enjoying my life being so open and receptive. And I want to pursue my music more. I play another instrument. I don't know why I didn't bring it. I should have gotten it here. It's called a handpan. It's a handheld instrument. If you are not aware, I think you should check it out. It's very magical. It's the sound which it generates. It's very mystical, very meditative. It has a nice tune to it. So I want to play more on it, and I want to sing more. I torture all my teachers and sometimes students, of course my wife, by singing, but I'm sure everybody's enjoying it because I know I am. And the more I get better at it, the more entertaining I can be. So, yeah.
Have you composed any songs still?
Of course not.
No.
I have left it to a few good friends of mine who have taken the pain and effort. One song which I made last 2 years back, I didn't compose or write it, but I sang it. I performed for it. It's called Prarthana. It's very apt for all of us, I guess, especially in this being in the education thing. I can sing 2 lines for you.
Yeah, sure.
Sure? Ready to hear?
Yeah, ready to hear.
Sharade, Tai Sharade, ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸು ಈ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ. ಶಾರದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸು ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ. ಬಿಡಿಸು ಜಜಿಸು ಅಂಧಕಾರವ ಬೆಳಗು ಜ್ಞಾನದ ದೀಪ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಶಾರದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸು ಈ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ. ಬೆಳವಾಗ ಕಾಣುವ ಕನಸು ಮನಸ್ಸಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ನಿನಗೆ. ನಂಬಿಕೆಯು ಒಂದೇ ಶಾಶ್ವತ. ಹಸಿದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೆರವಾಗು ನಿನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ. ಪುಣ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನೀನೇ ಸಂಗೀತ. ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸೀಕ ಜೈನರುದ್ಯಾನ. ಒಂದೇ ರಕುತ ಒಂದೇ ಜೀವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಗುಣವು ನಿನಗಿರಲಿ. ಮನಸಲಿ ಬೇಡ ಬಿಗುಮಾನ ನಿನ್ನ ಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುವುದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜೀವನ ನಿನ್ನದಾಗಿರಲಿ ಶಾರದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸು ಈ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ.
It was mesmerizing.
Thank you.
So, okay. It was so good.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, whenever you sing, I just go into that.
Right,
flow.
yeah. So this song, my friend, I'm sure he's very popular, all okay, and I would have heard. He's a musician, does a lot of music, Karna videos. He wrote this song, he composed it to me for me in just 2 days. And then he made me sing, he took me to a studio, made me sing. So again, I'm telling, coming back to this whole point of believing in yourself. Yes, of course, I wanted to sing and become a proper professional bathroom singer, okay? At the same time, I believed in myself. So the belief has to come from it. And then anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Wonderful. So good to speak here.
I'm also so happy. I feel that I'm not boring you, right?
Of course not, yeah.
Okay. So, at last, I want to ask that you have pursued MBA, right?
And so I did a master's in education from Birmingham. Recently, I did one program. It's called Inner MBA. I don't know. I think I always kind of life is giving me all the inner things. You have to look within. You have to do an inner MBA. That is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's from New York University, right? Yes,
That's
yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you have that idea, like people who are pursuing, like I am pursuing my MBA right now, and the students who are planning to pursue their MBA, do you have any suggestion or advice for them? Like,
Yeah. So my definition of MBA is not the definition of what you are aware of. What is MBA for you?
Masters in Business Administration.
Yeah. For me, mind, body, and art or heart is what I define MBA as. We all do MBA and we all go through a degree and then we are having certifications. But life is an MBA itself. Life is all about your mind, your body, and your heart. So heart and art can go together. So for me, my MBA is mind, body, and art. So follow and make your MBA the best MBA degree you can have. Because I believe life is not about mastering a business administration, but it's mastering your own mind, body, and heart. So my advice is that follow your mind, prepare your mind, prepare your body, and prepare your heart.
Yeah, it was like a very unique thing, mind, body, and art MBA.
Yes.
Okay, sir. I just want to end the session. I hope it was a good.
It was very interesting. It was very exploratory, and I got a chance to voice my opinion and say what I wanted to say. And I'm very thankful for you to giving me that space.
Thank you, sir. So you have inspired us. Like with, we have to be ourselves. We have to bring our capacity outside within us. Like we, as you in the morning session you told, we all have that golden Buddha in ourselves.
Correct.
So yes, like we'll do something that will bring out that.
Correct.
And by this session, we all got an inspiration from you. Thank you so much for coming here, and thank you so much for being the part of our very first episode of S-Vyasa Podcast. We are very glad, and we are so happy that you were the part of this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for inviting me here. Thank you for giving me this space and time and good positive energy. I had a very interesting time here, and I wish your podcast continues making such very interesting time and sessions. I wish it creates a lot of impact in everybody's life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Namaste.